Alright, how's it going YouTube? I am SethMacMillan, and I still haven't thought of a better intro. Anyway, I thought I'd give a little elaboration here. This video was originally meant to be a live commentary of me playing Mega Coin Squad, failing at least twice, but with Chunk I did figure out a little more about the game. You'll see later on in the video, but I thought I'd talk about the downsides of college too, since I did a good video on all the bright sides and everything. Time to focus a little more on the negatives. But again, this is just from my perspective. Do not let, one crazy person's opinions on the internet change your view on college. That's a solely independent and one-of-a-kind experience. Now, the biggest downside, for me at least, is I've always been kind of the quiet kid in the back of the room, at the same time hoping to get called on so I can show off my knowledge, and also, quite frankly, avoiding being called on. That way I wouldn't have to answer the question. That's been my strategy up until about 8th grade, where I started to embrace the fact that there will be people always smarter than me, and there will always be people not as smart as me. And that's the best way I can put that, but after that I started to realize how easy it is to lose yourself trying to hide. And that is probably the biggest reason, if I have any true regrets in high school, just for me not taking opportunities. Thankfully, during the last few years there, I had a lot of great people sort of pushing me to try different things, and it allowed me to become a bit better. Now, I also will admit, I do suffer a bit from social ineptness, or socially awkward. I'm not sure exactly what the correct term for my case is, but I always sort of had a hard time talking to people. You ask me to go on Twitter? No problem. In fact, because of Twitter, I think it's affected me to where I'm more outspoken. It's been kinda hard at times to just sort of sit back, and I'll admit 90% of the reason that I myself haven't had a decent romantic relationship has been because of me either not getting the urge or the strength to talk to the person, me just flat out ignoring them, and me just being stupid. Of course, we all see it different in ourselves as opposed to what really happened, but that's how I see this. I felt college would be the defining moment in that. Here, I have the ability, as I said, you can start over. You can change from the person that you were, where everyone knew your traits, your characteristics, especially if you grow up in a small town like I did. There was not a single person in that high school that I didn't know on a near personal basis. Here, I'm not joking when I say this entire town that I'm in, at least half of the population is college students. So to go from a high school of, I want to say, 150 to 250 in that range, to a college with thousands, that gave me a huge hope, and it also got me to realize how stupid it was for me to actually worry about what others thought. I mean, sure, in some people's eyes it may be weird that here I am, an 18-year-old, both uploading videos to YouTube, being a almost devout fan of video games. And I will be 19 when Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire come out, and I can't help but to be excited for it. Now that I'm in college, I can't help but to think, I don't honestly give a crap if you don't like that and you don't like me liking that. And looking back on it now, it's almost hilarious that I really thought that was what was important. I think that's what truly made Twitter a great experience for me. When I went on there, sure, a lot of people played MCP and Minecraft Pocket Edition, I should say, as opposed to shortening it, but it felt like everyone had a common ground. And from then on, I felt like tweeting whatever I truly felt like. Seeing how I was on Twitter and how I was in high school, it's kind of weird to see that change. And I met, great people in high school. In fact, I look forward to that 10-year, 20-year, whatever year reunion we have. And to call me an alumni of that high school is an amazing thought. Which kind of leads me to my next point. I know that, a lot of people would prattle on about how when you get into college, in fact, my advisor straight up said to our class, which was a freshman survival class, by the time you all become a senior, I almost promise every single one of you will have changed your major. And right now, I'm at that point where I can't help but to think that that's right. I wanted to go in and become a history teacher, just because of the amazing influences I've had in that area in high school. Well, that has changed, because college has taught me that I don't follow that one specific field. I follow the people that are so passionate about their trade and their career that they, no matter what, will love that. That's the kind of job that I want. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I am clueless as to what that will be on my end. I've thought about, trying sciences, and looking at it now. History doesn't seem to click with me like it did in high school. I'm thinking more of becoming an English major, just because I enjoy writing. English and sciences, they sort of click with me better than math. History did in high school, it clicked with me extremely well, but I think that was just because I was able to memorize most anything I needed to know, and I don't know why my chair squeaks. That's what's truly gotten to me the past few days. I do love history, I do love science, I do love English. And at this point, I'm glad to say that I have many years to choose what will be my future. But at the same time, I kind of feel unusually lost. But I'm sure that's pretty much how everyone will feel when they begin college. Because it's not exactly what am I trying to say? It's not exactly a light journey. That's pretty much all I had to say on that. And again, do not let my opinions and my ramblings of my college experience change yours, because that is your side. But onto a slightly different rant. I took to Twitter yesterday after trying to play The Sims 4 Create a Sim demo, and it just would not launch. It would give me a completely white screen, it would freeze up, at one point it locked up my entire system and I had to sign out and then sign back in. And it just got me so frustrated to think that we are in 2014 and we have Minecraft, literally Minecraft, on phones, tablets, iPod touches. Yet The Sims can't run on what I'm going to call a mediocrely powerful laptop? Something's going wrong there. Now, Call of Duty, I'm gonna say the reason it can't run on mine is because it's Call of Duty. No more needs to be said about that. But EA, Maxis, whoever truly develops The Sims, I'm going to say as a disclaimer right now, I'm not a coder. I don't know pretty much jack about programming. I can't advocate the difficulty or lightness of any task in coding, but if a big time company like EA, and I'll go ahead and throw Activision into this too, can't optimize a game to run on most anything without it being a supreme gaming PC that people pay $1,500 or more dollars for, there's something not right there. Mojang or Mojang, however you want to say it, they were able to port a PC game to mobile devices that on all the mobile ones I've owned, only one has had a problem running it, and that one had, I want to say, a dual core 1 GB RAM processing, something like that. And I excuse that because on my iPad and on my iPod, the only time I ever get frame drops on Minecraft is when I place a torch. And lighting is a real witch in games. And to think that I can't even get Sims to run on here when it says the minimum requirement is 4 GB of RAM, and I had 6.8 GB remaining? Now, either they don't know how to make their games run, and again, I will say, forget the again part, but I will say, I do understand that each operating system, each model, each laptop is different from the last, and that's completely understandable, but if it can't run properly when I'm pretty sure I had most of the requirements, there's something not going right there. EA, Activision, Maxis, all of them, they're big time companies. If you're a hardcore gamer and you haven't heard of any of those, then I don't know what you've been playing, unless you only play Minecraft. But I don't think that would qualify as a hardcore gamer, because a hardcore gamer doesn't just play one game. If they can't port, optimize, or even create a game runnable on machines, and again, I will admit the differences in operating systems, laptops, makes and models, that part completely understandable, but if they can't make a game that runs very smoothly, then there's a simple solution to it. Hire someone that knows how to. That's the reason that there are so many different coding languages, so that there can be different people working in different coding languages to make their code awesome. And Tommaso Cecchi, I'm not sure if that's exactly how you say his name, he clearly has everything down for Minecraft Pocket Edition. The man's a total beast at making it run smoothly. And Mojang began as a guy working on a computer every Sunday to make a game. I'm sure EA may have had a slightly more glorified beginning, but look at how far they've fallen. Look at Activision. They produced a few good gems, but the past decade has been pretty much nothing but Call of Duty. And Destiny can be counted in there too, but at least Destiny is a lot more original than just rehashing the same models and animations over the same game with slightly better graphics and a different engine. I suppose that's the end of this rant for today. I hope you all enjoy this video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share wherever you want to, and I will see you in the next video.